All right. Ready to explore some London landmarks?
I'm ready, are you?
Always. But we're ditching the tourist traps today. Think more like a scavenger hunt.
With clues?
Yeah. Clues that unlock these, like, hidden stories, and I think some unexpected connections, too.
Yeah, like a secret decoder ring for the city. Each clue reveals a little more of London's personality.
Okay, love that. And get this, we're working with clues and answers from real scavenger hunts.
Oh, fun.
All right, so you can play along, see if you would have cracked the code. All right, picture this. Recreate the Abbey Road album. Where would you be?
Well, that's got to be Abbey Road Studios, right? With the zebra crossing and all.
Exactly. But think about it. That one image, it's like a global pilgrimage for music lovers.
Yeah, it really captures that, like, spirit of the band of a whole generation.
Okay, this next one's a little spooky. Find the lady who burnt London to the ground.
Ooh, that sends chills down my spine. It's the monument to the Great Fire of London, of course.
Right, a reminder of that 1666 fire. But the clue itself, it says something about, like, social history, doesn't it?
Definitely. It shows how we scapegoat people, especially in a crisis. The baker's maid probably didn't start the fire, but she became the face of blame.
It makes you think about how we decide what's true, what we accept without questioning.
Yeah, wow.
Okay, let's lighten things up. Find a nose and pick me a winner. What do you think?
That's gonna be Admiralty Arch in its prominent nose sculpture, right?
Yeah. But it also makes you think about luck and superstition.
True. Why do we rub statues for good luck? What does that say about us, about wanting to control things we can't?
Maybe it's just fun, even if we don't really believe it. All right, back to history. Can you find where a king lost his head?
Oof. That takes us to Banqueting House, a pretty important spot in British history.
Because that's where Charles I was executed, right?
Right. And it's more than just a death. It's about a clash of ideologies, monarchy versus parliament.
Tradition versus revolution.
Exactly. It's a powerful symbol.
Let's go somewhere a little more cheerful. Meet Paddington Bear. Where would we find him?
Of course, Paddington Station. But it's more than just a cute statue, isn't it?
What do you mean?
Well, think about it. Paddington, he's this fictional character from Peru.
He represents that idea of London as a melting pot, a place that welcomes everyone.
Yeah, even a marmalade-loving bear.
I love that. Okay, speaking of inclusivity, the next clue is find where Emily Pankhurst lays.
So we're going to Brompton Cemetery to visit Emmeline Pankhurst, the leader of the suffragette movement.
A true pioneer for women's rights. Her fight still resonates today,
Definitely. Even as we face new challenges to equality, her story is so important.
Okay, get ready for this one. Go to the Clink. That doesn't sound like a pleasant place.
Oh, it wasn't. The Clink Prison Museum, it gives you a glimpse into London's penal system.
It's a reminder of those harsh realities of crime and punishment and how things have evolved, for better or worse.
Yeah, for sure. And sometimes for worse.
Okay, another literary stop on our tour. Find Peter Pan. Now, where would that mischievous boy be hiding?
Kensington Gardens, of course, by his statue.
It's like a little escape from the city, a reminder of childhood wonder and imagination, right?
Absolutely. And it speaks to how stories can transcend generations, connect us all.
Okay, this next one's a bit more serious.
Yeah.
Pay respects at the graveyard for the ladies of the night.
That takes us to Crossbones Graveyard, a powerful reminder of those who are marginalized, especially women in the sex trade.
It's a place that makes us confront those uncomfortable truths about the past.
And about those whose stories often go untold.
Okay, this clue hints at an interesting transformation. They have some huge guns, but it used to be Bedlam here.
The Imperial War Museum. Powerful testament to the cost of conflict. But did you know it used to be Bethlehem Royal Hospital?
Wait, Bedlam. The notorious mental institution.
The one and only. So from chaos and misunderstanding to a place dedicated to understanding war. It's quite a journey.
It really is. Okay, let's delve deeper into London's history with this one. Find the home of 400 years of history of the London docks.
So we're going to the Museum of London Docklands. It reveals so much about the city's maritime past, trade, migration, global connections.
It shows how the docks shaped London's identity, its connection to the world.
Yeah, and for better or for worse, right?
Okay, are you ready for a riddle? Hieroglyphics. Let me be specific. Can you find the iconic landmark damaged by an air raid in WW1? The damage is just the tip of the needle.
Okay, I think I've got it. Cleopatra's Needle on the Victoria Embankment, right?
Exactly. But it's not just a cool monument. It makes you think about how we preserve the past while acknowledging those realities of conflict.
Yeah, it's like a scar on the city, a reminder of war's reach.
Here's another one about a pioneer. This lady carried a lamp, but she also helped design this hospital.
Florence Nightingale. And the hospital is St. Thomas's Hospital, right? It represents her revolutionary ideas about sanitation and patient care.
It's amazing how her legacy still shapes healthcare today.
It really is a true visionary.
Okay, let's step into tradition with this one. He's the Archbishop of Canterbury, but lives in this London palace.
That would be Lambeth Palace. It's not just a building, though, is it? It represents the Church of England's influence on society.
And the relationship between faith and secularism.
Yeah, it's like a microcosm of that whole conversation.
I can only imagine the history within those walls. Okay, ready for a prehistoric detour. Meet a dinosaur.
Well, that's easy. The Natural History Museum, of course. But it's not just for kids, is it? Those fossils, they really challenge how we understand time, evolution.
It's humbling, right? Thinking about how vast Earth's history is. All right, last one for today. If you like music, can you find where Hendrix, Led Zeppelin, Florence from The Machine, Adele, and Ed Sheeran have played? It's London's last remaining independent live music venue from the coffee house era.
Wow, what a lineup. That's got to be the 100 Club on Oxford Street.
A true gem of the music scene. Imagine all those legends on that stage.
Wow, yeah.
It's amazing to think that some people might walk right by these landmarks without realizing the stories they hold.
It's true, but that's what makes this so fun, uncovering those hidden layers, those unexpected connections.
I'm already hooked. Can't wait to see what other treasures we unearth in part 2.
Oh, there are plenty more surprises in store. Join us next time for another deep dive into London's secrets.
You won't want to miss it. Back for more London adventures. Still thinking about those stories from part 1.
Oh, we've got plenty more where those came from. Ready to dig deeper?
Born ready. What's next?
Okay, here's a clue that caught my eye. Visit the monument to the Great Fire. Why not even climb the stairs?
Wait, didn't we already talk about the monument?
We did, but this time it's about actually climbing it. You know, feeling those stairs, connecting with that history.
Experiencing it, not just looking at it.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that. What about this one? Ride on the longest escalator on the tube. You'll feel like you are traveling to heaven.
Haha, now that's an escalator ride I'd like to take. Angel Underground Station, right. That super long escalator.
Yeah, but why heaven? Is it just going up from the underground, or is there something more to it?
Maybe it's about how London's always changing, always reaching higher.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just a bit of fun.
Probably a bit of both. Okay, hit me with another clue.
Okay, how about this? He's green, and his friend is a donkey, but will you get to meet this ogre?
Shrek. Shrek's Adventure. London.
That's the one. But it does feel a bit different from all those historical landmarks we've been talking about.
Yeah, it's more of a modern attraction, isn't it? Do you think it fits in with everything else?
It's an interesting question. How do those global franchises fit into a city with so much history? Does it cheapen things, or does it offer a new way to connect?
Especially for younger generations, maybe.
Right, it's about balancing the old and the new, I guess.
Okay, enough deep thoughts for now. Let's get back to exploring. What's next?
Pet an alpaca at the city farm.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Spittle Fields, City Farm.
You got it. It's like a little piece of the countryside right in the city.
I bet that's a nice escape from all the hustle and bustle.
Definitely. A reminder that nature can exist anywhere.
Okay, back to history. Thomas Cromwell chucked out the monks, but was happy to live there himself.
Austin Friars, right? That's where Thomas Cromwell lived. Henry VIII's right-hand man.
The one who dissolved all those monasteries.
Yep, and then acquired their property for himself. It's interesting to think about those power dynamics.
How someone from humble beginnings could rise to such a position.
And completely reshape the religious landscape.
Here's a clue that sounds like a riddle. This isn't Holland, but there is a windmill on this hill.
Brixton Windmill. I love that it's still standing, a reminder of London's past.
Especially in a neighborhood like Brixton. So vibrant and multicultural.
It's like those two sides of London coming together, the old and the new.
Okay, another juxtaposition. This Norman cathedral stands in the shadows of the tallest building in Europe.
Southwark Cathedral and the Shard. That's a powerful image, isn't it?
Ancient history versus modern architecture.
And it's right there, side by side, for everyone to see.
Okay, time for another royal reference. Stand beside Little Ben.
Little Ben. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? A miniature version of the big one.
I love those little hidden gems. It's like finding a secret treasure.
Yeah, like a little wink from the city saying, look closer.
Okay, here's one for the naval history buffs. There was a mutiny on his ship, But where did he live when he was in Blighty?
Admiral Nelson. We're talking about the Admiralty, his London residence.
Another reminder of Britain's seafaring past.
And the people who shaped it. Okay, ready for a spooky one?
Hit me with it.
To stay here could be torture, but it could have been worse as others lost their head.
The Tower of London. A place steeped in history, and yeah, a lot of darkness too.
It makes you think about all the secrets those walls hold, all the stories they could tell.
Maybe some secrets are best left buried. Okay, let's find a more cheerful spot. How about this one? Go to the place and take a pint where pirates would hang over the Thames.
Ah, the Prospect of Whitby. A classic London pub with a bit of a roguish past.
I can practically smell the ale and hear those pirate tales.
Okay, here's one for the mystery lovers. Find the home of the world's most famous detective.
Elementary, my dear Watson. 221 B. Baker Street. Sherlock Holmes, of course.
It's amazing how a fictional character can become so real, so connected to a place.
It's the power of storytelling, bringing those imagined worlds to life.
Here's a clue that takes us to a more recent chapter in London's history. Lady Diana Spencer lived here before she married.
Coleherne Court. I can only imagine what it was like for her, living there before everything changed.
It's a reminder of her enduring legacy, how she touched so many people.
Okay, this next one sounds like a bit of an adventure. When this first opened, this bridge made people wobble as they walked. Dare you walk across today?
The Millennium Bridge. Remember when it wobbled? They had to close it down and fix it.
It's a reminder that even with the best engineering, things don't always go as planned.
But hey, that's part of the fun, right? Okay, another music clue. It's a long way from home, but can you find the Pleasure Dome? Frankie Goes to Hollywood did.
The London Palladium. So many iconic performers have graced that stage.
It's a reminder of London's place in the entertainment world, a true global hub.
Okay, back to royal residences. Go to the residence of Victoria Saxe-Coburg-Seyfield.
Kensington Palace. Queen Victoria was born there, and it's been home to so many royals over the years.
It's like stepping back into the Victorian era.
With all its complexities and contradictions.
Okay, here's a clue that gives me chills. If you walked these streets at night, you could face an almighty fright. Dare you walk the streets where the most famous serial killer lurked?
Whitechapel. Jack the Ripper's territory. It's a reminder of London's dark side, those shadows that lurk even in the grandest city.
Some mysteries are best left unsolved, I think.
Oh.
Okay, let's find a less spooky spot. Meet with the lady with the lamp who lit the way for the soldiers with her. The war was not, however, in a place called Waterloo.
Florence Nightingale again. This time we're visiting her statue at Waterloo Place.
Her legacy is everywhere in London, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
From hospitals to statues, her impact is undeniable.
Okay, ready for a food break? Have something to eat in the market that has been based here since 1756.
Borough Market. I love that place. So much delicious food from all over the world.
It's a feast for the senses. A true London institution.
Okay, here's one for the skies. Spies, spies, and more spies. Some are international and some stay at home. Without getting arrested, take your best Bond photo.
Uh-huh. This clue has a double meaning. We're talking about both the MI6 building and the SI's building, right?
The world of espionage, right here in London.
It's like something out of a James Bond film.
Okay, back to the world of fantasy. Go to the bridge which Harry Potter crossed in a unique triple-decker bus.
Lambeth Bridge, remember that scene in the movie?
The night bus squeezing under the bridge. So cool.
It's amazing how those fictional stories can transform real places.
Okay, back to the Tudors. Henry VIII had 6 wives, but they did make a song and dance about it.
Uh-huh, clever. This one also has a double meaning. The Tower of London, of course, but also the venue for Six the Musical.
I love how London can blend history and entertainment like that.
It's all about finding new ways to connect with the past, right? Okay, how about this one? Can you bear to stand in the morgue at Tower Bridge?
The engine rooms. I've been there. It is a bit eerie down there.
Yeah, the morgue is a pretty accurate description, but it's fascinating to see the inner workings of such an iconic landmark.
Okay, this next one sounds like a uniquely London experience. Go and hang your coat from the policeman's hook.
Great Newport Street. Have you ever heard of this tradition?
I haven't. Tell me more.
Well, there's this police hook on the street, and people hang their coats on it. Nobody really knows why, but it's been going on for years.
I love those little quirks, those things that make London so special.
Okay, let's step back into history. Go and stand by the Berlin Wall.
Wait, the Berlin Wall. In London.
Yep, there's a piece of it at the Imperial War Museum.
Wow, I had no idea. It's amazing how pieces of history can end up in the most unexpected places.
It's a reminder that we're all connected, even across continents.
Okay, book lovers, this one's for you. Find the home of the author of A Christmas Carol.
The Charles Dickens Museum on Doughty Street.
I can practically picture him sitting there, writing by candlelight.
Bringing those beloved characters to life.
This next clue paints quite a picture. Go and see someone swim up high whilst American diplomats walk by.
Aha, what a combination. The U.S. Embassy and the London Aquatic Center.
It's like London saying anything is possible here.
Right, you never know what you'll find around the next corner.
Okay, antique enthusiast, this one's for you. Take a stroll down Camden Passage.
Camden Passage. It's a treasure trove of antiques and vintage finds.
I love browsing those shops. It's like stepping back in time.
And you never know what treasures you might unearth.
Let's wrap up this part of our journey with a visit to an iconic landmark. Pay worship at the building designed by Sir Christopher.
St. Paul's Cathedral. Christopher Wren's masterpiece.
It's a symbol of London's resilience, its ability to overcome adversity and stand tall.
And its beauty is simply breathtaking.
Okay, I need a break after all that exploring, but we're not done yet, are we?
Not even close. There are still more landmarks to uncover, more stories to tell.
Can't wait to see what's next. Join us for the final part of our London scavenger hunt. Wow, part 2 was a whirlwind. I'm ready for more, though. How about you, Matt?
Bring it on! London's got endless stories to tell, and we've only just scratched the surface.
All right, let's jump right in. What do we got?
Okay, this one's about a pretty big culinary mishap. A baker accidentally started a fire here.
Oh, no. Talk about a bad day at work. Putin Lane,
Right.
where the great fire started.
Exactly. It's crazy to think one little spark could change the whole city.
Yeah, like a ripple effect through history.
Yeah.
Okay, what about this? Have some fun at a power station. That doesn't sound very exciting.
Ah, but this is London. We're talking about the Tate Modern, the art gallery. It used to be a power plant.
From generating electricity to inspiring art, that's a cool transformation.
Okay, here's a clue that's a bit cheeky. Find the man who loved to burn heretics but didn't like divorce.
Ooh. Gotta be Henry VIII, king of 6 wives, and, not a fan of divorce.
Nope. The clue points to Smithfield Market. It's got a long history, some of it pretty grim.
A reminder that history isn't always pretty.
Definitely not. Okay, get ready for this one. Head to the station for Hogwarts School.
Platform 9 3/4 6. King's Cross Station, of course. Gotta love a good Harry Potter reference.
It's amazing how those books have captured people's imaginations.
Yeah, people come from all over the world just to see that platform.
It's like a pilgrimage for Potterheads. Okay, sports fans, here's one for you. Go to the football club that are full of greedy pigs.
Ooh, that's gotta be Fulham, right? The Cottagers?
You got it. It's all in good fun, of course.
Those football rivalries can get pretty intense. Okay, let's find a more peaceful spot. Spot a Dutch peacock in the park.
Ah, Holland Park. A little slice of tranquility in the city.
Those peacocks are beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah, a reminder of nature's beauty, even amidst all the concrete.
Okay, cricket fans, here's one for you. Go to the spot where the Ashes were created.
The Oval Cricket Ground, where the Ashes series between England and Australia was born.
It's more than just a cricket ground, though, isn't it? It's about history, tradition, international rivalry.
Absolutely. Okay, ready for a mouthful. He was the man who fathered the European monarchy in the 19th, 20th century. He didn't invent the gentle ring named after him, but has a huge memorial instead.
Oh, wow. Prince Albert, right. Queen Victoria's husband.
The one and only.
Yeah.
And the clue points to the Albert Memorial in Kensington Gardens. Talk about a grand gesture of love.
They don't make them like that anymore. Okay, let's talk about something a bit more modern. Go to the home of the newest London Underground tube stations.
9 Elms and Battersea Power Station, proof that London's always evolving, always growing.
It's exciting, isn't it? Seeing those new parts of the city take shape.
Definitely. Okay, music lovers, get ready to rock down to this one. Eddie Grant rocked down this avenue, but he would never use gas.
Electric Avenue. Brixton, here we come.
Such a cool street, full of energy and history.
Okay, here's a clue about an engineering legend. He built ships that sail on the ocean, built ships that sail on the sea. He built bridges over the Avon, but where is his museum to be?
Isambard Kingdom Brunel, the Brunel Museum in Rotherhithe.
What a visionary. Ships, bridges, tunnels. His impact is still felt today.
Here's one that takes us back to the age of exploration. Go to where the pilgrims left to discover the New World.
Ooh, the Mayflower Pub. I bet that place has some stories to tell.
Centuries of history right there on the banks of the Thames.
Okay, I'm getting hungry. What about this? Eat Bitterballin in Chinatown.
Chinatown, here we come. I love exploring all the different cuisines London has to offer.
Me too. It's like a culinary world tour all in one city. Okay, let's find a moment of peace to ask Zen and meditate with the Buddha.
The Buddhist temple in Wimbledon. A little oasis of calm amidst the city.
Sometimes you need that, a little escape from all the noise and chaos.
Absolutely. Okay, how about this? Beneath this tube station lies a secret maze of tunnels built to shelter over 8,000 people during air raids.
Wait, what? There are tunnels under a tube station.
Clapham South. They were used as a deep-level shelter during World War II.
Wow, I never knew that. It's amazing what you find when you start digging beneath the surface.
Right. London's full of secrets. Okay, let's end our journey with a bit of relaxation. Tread along the canal and find a narrowboat pub.
Ooh, sounds lovely. The narrowboat, right? On Regent's Canal.
You got it. Perfect spot to unwind after all that exploring.
I thought the scavenger hut would just be a fun way to see some sights, but it's been so much more than that.
I agree. It's been a journey through time, a glimpse into London's soul, and a reminder that every place has a story to tell.
And we've only just begun to uncover those stories. There's always something new to discover in this incredible city.
That's the beauty of London, isn't it? It's always changing, always evolving, always surprising us.
So keep exploring, dear listeners. Keep digging, keep asking questions, and keep uncovering those hidden gems that make London so special. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the heart of London. Until next time, happy exploring.